Welcome to today's deep dive. We have a really fascinating topic for you today, unpacking this staggering reality of Italy's aging car fleet.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. We're really looking at why the transition to electric vehicles for these everyday drivers is completely stuck on economics, not physics.
Right. Because, I mean, think about it. Italy has a massive 16 million vehicles, and that includes commercial ones, that are over 20 years old. It sounds like a total ecological time bomb.
It really does, yeah.
But wait, aren't these just, vintage collector cars, like people keeping their classics pristine for the weekends?
Well, you would think so, but no. The data shows that only about 388,000 are actually protected on the ACI safeguard list.
Oh, wow. So that is a tiny fraction.
Exactly. The remaining 9.6 million passenger cars, they're just old.
Just old
Right,
cars.
they are utility-driven vehicles caught in this sort of regulatory limbo. People just need a reliable way to get to work.
Okay, so if these are just hardcore pragmatists driving old cars, why aren't they buying EVs? Because, I mean, theoretically, an EV lasts way longer than a gas car, right?
They do. It really comes down to what we call the physics of the 20-year EV.
Okay, what is that exactly?
Well, without pistons or timing belts or complex exhaust systems, EVs just lack the mechanical friction that literally grinds an internal combustion engine car to death.
Right, because there's no metal scraping on metal constantly.
Precisely. I mean, field data from Geotab actually shows that EV batteries only degrade about 1.5 to 1.8% annually.
Wait, really? It's that low?
Yeah, so that leaves you with a 65 to 70% state of health after 20 whole years.
That's wild.
And for a typical 20 to 30 kilometer daily commute, that capacity is absolutely perfect. Plus, the newer LFP chemistry batteries, they can comfortably run for 500,000 kilometers.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Because if the physics are so undeniable, why the massive hesitation? Is it just like sticker shock at the dealership?
It's way deeper than just sticker shock, honestly. It's about financial survival for buyers who absolutely cannot spend more than 10,000 euros.
Because that super cheap market just doesn't exist for EVs yet, right?
Right. There are basically three structural barriers. First is exactly that, the total lack of a cheap third-hand market.
Yeah, you can't just buy a heavily used EV for a few grand like you can a gas hatchback.
Exactly. And the second is the garage constraint. Public charging is just way too expensive for suburban folks who don't have private driveways.
Oh, that makes sense. If you rely on public chargers, it totally kills the economic savings of going electric.
Completely. And the third barrier, which is the most terrifying for these buyers, is the catastrophic failure paradigm.
Meaning what, exactly?
Well, if a battery dies out of warranty, you're stuck replacing the whole thing, which costs more than the car is even worth.
Oh, I see. So an out-of-warranty EV feels like financial Russian roulette, whereas an old gas car is a known cheap devil because any local mechanic can fix it.
That is exactly it. It paralyzes the secondary market.
So how do we fix this? Like, how do we eliminate this financial Russian roulette so everyday people can actually transition?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the market desperately needs standardized state of health certificates.
So a buyer can actually prove a used battery's value before buying.
Right? Transparency removes that fear. We also need charging parity subsidies so people without garages aren't financially punished.
That makes sense.
But the real game changer is building a new, independent mechatronic industry.
Mechatronic, like mechanics who specialize in electronics.
Yes. Shops trained to do cheap modular cell-level repairs instead of replacing the entire high-voltage pack.
So what does this all mean? Are we basically just waiting for the market or the mechanics to catch up first to save this demographic?
Basically, yeah. It means the electric transition isn't actually about luxury tech. It's entirely about making EVs as easily repairable and transparent as the 20-year-old hatchback.
That is such a vital reframing.
Yeah.
But it leaves me with one final kind of terrifying thought for you to mull over.
Oh boy, what's that?
Well, if incoming Euro 4 and 5 urban emission bans force these aging gas cars off the road before a cheap EV repair market actually matures, what happens to the mobility of millions of everyday citizens who just can't afford the leap?
That is the big question.
It really is. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope it brought some valuable insights to you, our listener, about the hidden economics of our roads today. Keep questioning the systems around you, and we highly encourage you to explore these market dynamics further on your own.